Welcome to Epic Battles in History on HOW. Today we journey back to the year 1066 AD, a turning point in English history marked by one of the most famous battles of all time, the Battle of Hastings. This battle would not only reshape the English throne, but also alter the course of the nation forever. Join me as we explore the strategies, key figures, and the legacy of this epic conflict. The story begins with the death of Edward the Confessor, the King of England, in January 1066. Edward's death left a power vacuum and led to a fierce struggle for the English crown. Edward had named no clear heir, which caused a major crisis among the nobility and foreign powers alike. Harold Godwinson, the most powerful noble in England, swiftly took the throne, crowned by the White Najmat, the Council of Nobles. However, Harold's claim to the throne faced immediate challenges, most notably from William, Duke of Normandy, who claimed that Edward had promised him the crown years earlier. William's claim to the English throne was supported by a papal blessing giving him a holy justification for invading England. Meanwhile, Harold faced another contender, Harald Hardrada, the King of Norway, who also sought to claim the throne, leading to a chaotic situation in England. In September 1066, Harald Hardrada launched an invasion from Norway, landing in Northumbria. Harold Godwinson quickly marched north, defeating Hardrada at the Battle of Stamford Bridge on September 25th, a brutal conflict that left both sides weakened. Meanwhile, while Harold was engaged in the north, William was preparing for his own invasion. On September 28, 1066, William's forces landed at Pevensey on the southern coast of England. His army comprised thousands of troops, including knights, infantry and archers, all eager for battle and glory. William's army was well-equipped and well-trained, featuring heavy cavalry that would play a crucial role in the upcoming battle. On October 14th, just days after landing, William's forces marched toward Hastings, where Harold had set up a defensive position on Senlac Hill. On the morning of October 14, 1066, the two armies faced each other at Senlac Hill. Harold's troops, approximately 7,000 strong, were positioned atop the hill, using the natural elevation to their advantage. Their shield wall, a formidable defense made of overlapping shields, presented a near impenetrable barrier. Harold, aware of the risks, encouraged his men, emphasizing their right to defend their homeland. He knew that they were fighting not just for their king, but for their very way of life. On the other hand, William's forces prepared to attack, knowing that victory was critical to establishing Norman rule in England. As the sun rose, the Battle of Hastings began. The Normans launched their assault, attacking the English shield wall head-on. William's forces utilized a combination of infantry and cavalry to break Harold's defenses. The fighting was brutal. The English shield wall held firm against the initial Norman attacks, repelling wave after wave. William, recognizing the need for a change in tactics, ordered feigned retreats, a strategy designed to lure the English soldiers into breaking formation. On several occasions, the Normans pretended to flee, and the English, eager to exploit their advantage, broke their shield wall to chase after them. This proved to be a costly mistake. Seizing the moment, William and his knights turned back, launching a counterattack against the now disorganized English forces. This tactical shift began to turn the tide of the battle. As the battle raged on, tragedy struck the English forces. Harold Godwinson, fighting fiercely in the midst of the battle, was struck by an arrow, which is famously depicted in the Bayeux Tapestry as piercing his eye. With Harold's death, the morale of the English army plummeted. The shield wall, once steadfast, began to crumble as panic spread among the ranks. The Normans seized this moment of confusion, charging forward with renewed vigor. The Battle of Hastings concluded with a decisive victory for William and his Norman forces. Estimates suggest that around 10,000 soldiers perished during the battle, with many English nobles killed or captured. With Harold dead and his forces shattered, William marched into London, where he was crowned King of England on Christmas Day, 1066. This victory marked the beginning of Norman rule in England, forever changing the country's culture, governance, and social structure. The Battle of Hastings is remembered as one of the most significant battles in English history. It paved the way for the Norman Conquest and had lasting implications for the English language, culture, and governance. Norman rule brought about significant changes, including the construction of castles and cathedrals, the introduction of the French language among the elite, and a shift in land ownership that altered social structures for generations. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the Battle of Hastings. This battle not only reshaped the landscape of England, but also forged a new identity for the nation. Join us next time as we delve into another epic battle that changed the course of history. This is HOW, bringing history to life.